Hi, my name's Jared Landry, and this is This Week in the National Football League. And this week in the National Football League, Odell Beckham Jr. found another hunk of metal to fight, and also a lot of really cool stuff went down.
Colin had his chance to be here.
The Bucs were one DeSean Jackson away from pulling off a miracle, but even if he caught that lateral, there was still the chance he was still DeSean Jackson. Lately, it seems nothing is going Andrew Luck's way. At least he's not playing in snow. Football is a sport for redemption, underdogs triumphing, and the most unlikely of heroes. With Josh Allen going down with an injury in the third quarter, it was time for
Nate Peterman missed the tower shot.
Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life.
Peterman has been so bad.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Why do we false? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
I'm saucing on you. I'm swagging.
It's gone fairly unnoticed that the San Diego Chargers have boomed to a 4-2 start, with their two losses coming against teams with a combined 11-1 record. But at least Conor McGregor has found inspiration in Phillip Rivers' throwing motion. Marcus Mariota was extra generous this week and was nice enough to let the Ravens sack him 11 times. John Gruden is what some people call a quarterback whisperer. He really likes to stimulate his quarterbacks and put them in comfortable positions, and Derek Carr needs to be stimulated to put together a drive. To find out what's going wrong with the Oakland passing game, we turn to that guy at your Super Bowl party who always yells, "Freaking throw it!"
The Oakland freaking Raiders have a huge freaking problem. They're making freaking dumbass decision after dumbass decision. They're having mediocre coaches and bringing like freaking free agents who don't even want to be there, and like don't even get me free to start on Derek Carr, right? I don't get a ball out fast enough. He can't keep sitting in the freaking pocket. He's just gotta throw it. I don't understand why he's not even freaking throw it. He's got freaking Amari Cooper just like freaking throw it to him. I'm not gonna do it. If he's not gonna do it, put AJ freaking McCarron in and tell him to freaking throw it. That's what I do.
The Jaguars were thrashed by the Cowboys with a final score of 40-7. The win cemented a 7-year contract extension for Jason Garrett, but unfortunately Jerry Jones has already forgotten, which is why Jason Garrett put together a video detailing their relationship that Jerry watches every morning when he wakes up. With the Giants' struggles, the question has become, why is Eli Manning still an NFL quarterback? For the answer to that question, here's Coach Magoo.
Welcome to Coach Magoo's Points. This week on Coach Magoo's Points, we're talking about why Eli Manning is still playing the quarterback position at an elite level. My first point is Eli's strong ability to tell time as evidenced by his commercials. My second point is there's no rookie threat. With the second overall pick in the quarterback-heavy draft, the Giants opted instead to draft a running back to complement an elite NFL quarterback like Eli Manning. Now, my third and final point is that Eli Manning has video that he is holding for New York Giants general manager Dave Gettleman, and that is why Eli Manning is still an elite quarterback.
It's time for
Twitter questions.
The first question is from @Devin Maslin. Is LeGarry Blount a keep or drop in fantasy? LeGarry Blount is a definite drop. He's only good for goal line touches, and now he plays for a QB who would rather give himself an easy 6 fantasy points than get his shoulder popped back into place. Next question is from @Bronte. What is a flea flicker? Well, a flea flicker is a technique dog owners use to tell dogs not to get fleeced, as evidenced by the film Scooby-Doo. But this is a football show, so please ask football-related questions. The next question is from @FearlessGuster1. When will my father, Chad Kelly, finally tell me he loves me? Probably sometime after he hears it from his own father first. Next, I have a lot of questions from @ChrisG Rasmussen, so we're going to do them all in a row. Is it illegal to look at the quarterback in a mean way? I'm serious, no lies this time. First, I would like to address the lie that I tell lies, because I've never told a lie on this show, and I don't know where that narrative is coming from. And yes, it is illegal. Mean Joe Green actually retired from the NFL after this penalty was created in 1981. Do you think if we really set our minds to it, LA can get 2 more teams we don't give a shit about by next year? Now, it's not that people in LA don't care about the 6-0 Rams. They just don't know they're doing so well because they're waiting for the whole season to come out on Netflix. Who's cuter, Seahawks Sebastian Janikowski or John Gruden? And please, I'm getting tired of all the lies. I never tell lies. I've never told a lie on this show, but John Gruden is such a pretty girl. Does Barkevius Mingo have a second job? Is he a server at Red Robin? Barkevius Mingo does have a second job, but he's not in it for the money. He just really loves closing shifts at Hagen. Do you know anyone that could shoot my wedding with a pylon cam? I believe CIK Productions does weddings. If not, Gene Steratore might be available. You better believe it. Brock Lobster is back and ready to party.
down, down.
Chad Kelly only played 1 snap, which was a kneel down right before halftime, and was the biggest tease since this joke. The game of the week this week was the shootout in Foxborough between the Patriots and Chiefs that ended with the last second field goal, had 83 points, and Tyreek Hill got sprayed in the face with beer. And due to the general awareness of the event, Tom Brady will be suspended 8 games. But really, in Boston, beer isn't that bad. It could have been a baseball, a pizza, or a small bottle of vodka, or even a whole person. Thanks for watching This Week in the National Football League. I put out new videos every Thursday right after young Sheldon Richardson. Don't forget to tweet at me.